All right, let's talk about something that I know every single person who works with digital files has felt. It's that slow, creeping chaos in your asset library. We're going to take that mess and turn it into a system that gives you complete and total clarity.
And we're going to start with this one simple idea. If you don't organize, you regenerate. Just think about that for a second. It means you're not just wasting time looking for a file, you're wasting precious creative energy redoing work that's already finished, but just lost in the clutter.
I mean, come on, we've all stared at a folder that looks exactly like this, right? You've got final_v2_final.mp4. Which one is the actual final? Is image 3821 the one the client approved, or was that just a test? This isn't a library, it's a digital landmine.
Yeah, this digital junk drawer is where your best ideas and your tightest deadlines just go to die. It's stressful, it's inefficient, and it costs you the one thing you can never get back: your time.
And look, I'm going to be totally honest with you. What we're about to do, it isn't the sexy part of being a creator. Nobody gets into this stuff because they love file management. This part is boring, but I promise you, it is so powerful.
So how do we fix it for good? We use a system. A really simple, repeatable three-part framework that's going to bring clarity to your entire digital world.
And here are the three pillars that hold it all up. First, a consistent naming convention, so every file tells you its story just by looking at it. Second, a clear separation between your work-in-progress files and your final polished assets. This alone will save you from so many mistakes. And third, a tagging discipline, which basically turns your folders into a superpowered, searchable database.
Okay, let's get into the how-to. And seriously, the best part is this isn't going to take your whole weekend. You can get the foundation for this whole thing set up in the next 5 minutes. We're just going to go step by step. First up, the naming. The format couldn't be simpler. Date, project, shot, version. So a file becomes something like this: 2026-03-03, client add scene01 vo2.mp4. Instantly, you know everything. Your computer sorts it by date, you know the project, the scene, and that it's version 2. Just like that, the final nightmare is over.
Next, your safety net. 3 essential folders. Drafts is your playground. It's for all your experiments and tests. Finals is the opposite. It's the single source of truth for approved stuff only. And exports is just for the compressed files you're actually delivering. And the golden rule is simple. You never, ever send a client anything from your drafts folder. Ever. Now, if naming and folders are the skeleton of the system, then tagging, that's the brain. It makes everything findable. You can tag by content, what's in the file, like a product shot. You can tag by style, the feel of it, like cinematic. You can tag by its status, where it is in your workflow, like needs review. And you can tag by usage, where it's supposed to go, like social media. This makes your library so much more intelligent.
And here's how it all comes together in practice. It's a simple flow. You generate your file. Then, right away, you move it into your library and give it that proper name. You decide if it's a draft or a final. You add your tags, and then, when it's all done, you only export from that clean, protected finals folder. It's simple, it's repeatable, and it's safe.
So, you might be asking, does all this kind of boring organizational work actually make a difference? Well, let's take a look at the transformation. This is the moment where it really all clicks into place.
And there it is. On the left, that's a digital headache. Every single file is a question you have to answer. On the right, every file tells you its own story, right at a glance. There is zero guesswork, zero wasted time, and honestly, zero stress. That is the difference between chaos and clarity. Okay, so understanding the theory is one thing, but actually putting it into practice is what's going to make all the difference. So let's move from thinking to doing. I've got a simple challenge for you. And before you start, just remember why you're doing this. You're not just renaming a few files. You are literally buying back your own time. You are preventing those costly, embarrassing mistakes. You're building a more professional workflow, and you are cutting out so much of the frustration from your day-to-day work. So here's your challenge. Find the last 10 files you created, videos, images, whatever, and just apply this system to those 10 files. Do it now, not later. See for yourself how it feels to turn just a small pocket of your chaos into perfect, searchable clarity. And once you do that, you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do with all the time you just saved?